Right, and here we have young Robert Unsworth as the mascot for today. Robert, how old are you?
7.
7?
Yeah.
And what school do you go to?
Marlborough Junior School.
Marlborough Road?
Yeah, Marlborough Road.
Is that in Broughton?
Yeah.
Salford?
Yeah.
And does your school have a rugby team?
No.
No. And do you play it at all?
No.
No, you're going to though, are you, when you get a chance?
Yeah.
And who's your best player on Salford's team?
Steve Gibson, Tech 7s.
Steve Gibson and Tech 7s, yeah, they're both good runners, and you like it, do you, this being the
Yeah.
mascot? And have you got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got 2 brothers.
Do they come to watch Salford?
Yeah.
And who's brought you today, your mum and dad?
Yeah, and my brothers have come as well.
So all your family's here, Salford supporters, that's
Yeah.
very good news, that. And can you give us a message for the Salford team? Good luck message.
Nope.
Do you think who's going to win?
Yeah.
By a lot?
Yeah.
Go on, tell us how many by.
48-2.
48-2. Well, we'll see if you're a good forecaster, and if you are, we'll get you on the, perhaps the coupon people will be looking for you. Thanks very much, Robert. Atherton. Unsworth.
Give away for your mother at camera.
Give away.
Yeah.
To the camera. And here at the Willows for the 11th league match for Salford in the second division competition. A bright sunny day, cold, but a good day for playing rugby. Both teams are on the field, and I'll run through the teams now. Salford first. Number 1, Steve Gibson. 2, Tech 7s. 3, Martin Burkett. 4, John Gilfillan. 5, Adrian Hadley. 6, Dave Fell. 7, Steve Kerry. 8, Ian Sherratt. 9, Mark Lee. 10, Salford's new player, signed from Sheffield, Francis Leota. 11, Arthur Bradshaw. 12, Ian Blease. 13, Andy Burgess, and the substitutes, Peter Williams and Shane Hanson. Whitehaven's lineup: number 1, Norman Lofthouse. Number 2, W. Richardson. Shane Horrow. Jay Routledge, Tony Solari, Peter Camrow, Stuart Pugsley, Tom Short, Gary Mounsey. 10, David Brown. 11, Billy Fisher. Then Graham McFarlane, Norman Turley, and their substitutes, Jed Blaney and Mark Ryan. A few words from the summariser today here, Steve Ramsbottom. What's your thoughts on this one, Steve?
Thanks, Jim. Looking forward to this one. It's a lovely sunny day again down at the Willows. We're in our new camera position behind the post, so we'll see the game from a different angle this week. Salford should be clear favourites. They decided to kick towards us in the first half. Should be clear favourites. 10 straight wins so far, but you can't rule out this Whitehaven team. Whitehaven, they've won 6 and they've lost 4, and amongst those 6 victories, they have the scalp of Halifax, and anybody who can beat Halifax is obviously going to put up a good performance. They're looking a big team, Whitehaven. Salford at full strength. Peter Williams on the bench. The one strange Leota. Perhaps we ought to say, as the play gets underway, that we wish Peter Tunks well in his new move. He was playing his part in Salford's great success this year so far, and we hope that his successor will do the same. So the play's off, and it's Salford in possession, looking sharp right at the beginning. Look at that pass.
Yes, and Salford coming into Whitehaven territory from the kick-off. And to Ian Sherratt. Bit of a problem with the sunlight in my eyes as for player identification at the moment. Oh, and that ball has been charged down, and it will be a wave on. They waved the play on. That was charged down and fell, very fortunately for Salford, into the path of... There's the new boy Leota. A big strong drive through there. Salford on attack here. Oh, well, that move well spotted by Whitehaven. And there's Sherratt going through. Dave Gibson gathers that ball and runs through. Oh, and that's a try in the first minute by Dave Fell, backing up again. Steve Gibson made the initial break, and Andy Burgess passed that ball to Fell. That's in the first minute, Steve.
Yeah, and what a great start. Fell doing what he's done so many times this year, and that is following his forwards through. And it started from a number of plays, right from the kick-off, really. Salford retained possession. It was Gibson who looked to take over the play when nothing seemed to be on. Sherritt had made a drive, the forwards were there, and it was Fell doing what he's done so many times this season, be it the forward shoulder to score the try. Here's Kerry. Will he have his goal-kicking boots on today? Yes, 6-0. Interesting bit of play before that, Jim.
And we're kicking off after that try, the blow to Whitehaven, and there is Cameron kicking off, the stand-off half, and that's a knock-on right from the kick-off. I can't quite see from here, Steve, who knocked that on. Was it Gilfillan? He failed to take the kick-off. That puts Whitehaven on the attack. It's their head and feed. They get the ball out. Ambrou. To Horrell. Oh, it's a nice long pass. Actually lost a bit of ground there. Oh, and he's passed that ball, and it's been taken by Gilfillan instead of the Whitehaven player. By Martin Burkett, rather. I'm corrected here. And he's caught Whitehaven offside.
Well, that was good play from Whitehaven then. They certainly knew what they were doing, and they drew the Salford men, and Salford were very fortunate not to concede a try, but full credit to Burkett for being back in the right place. This is Burkett's first game for the first team for a number of weeks after his injury at York, so we wish him well today, his first full game. It's a good play from Burkett in the end to prevent the try being scored, because that's what it would have been if he'd not got there, Jim.
Yes, and the referee today, of course, is Colin Morris, one of the top referees in Rugby League. There's Burgess again, and Evans is on a run. Is he in touch? No, almost in touch. Now Dave Fell, Burgess, Kerry. Trying to wriggle through there, Kerry. I think Salford may stretch them here with it's a kick, yes, a kick and chase, and it might be Evans is. No, just short. The fullback, Lofthouse, managed to kick the ball away as Tex Evans dived for it.
But doesn't that show the benefit of keeping the ball in the air and having a fast winger who can chase it through? And really, Evans had the legs then of his opposite number. But it was all credit to the Whitehaven fullback, who was definitely there just before Evans was able to drop on the ball. A great attack. And the referee has decided noticed that the Whitehaven players were offside. So perhaps this isn't going to be Whitehaven's day today. And the referee's now talking about talking to the loose forward. You don't often see referees penalising teams in that position. It may be the law, and it may be the correct decision technically, but it always seems a bit harsh in that sort of situation to me.
Yes, under the law the man was offside, but I really think it was a bit harsh. I don't think there would have been any extra advantage in his encroaching just over the line. He was actually walking forward before the drop kick was made, and the referees ruled him offside, and it looks like another 2 points. That's Salford 8, Whitehaven 0 after about 6 minutes.
Well, we couldn't wish for a better start than that, but look at this. This is Whitehaven still thinking, wanting to get on with the game, and that time it was Gibson making sure that he didn't knock the ball on. Salford still with the ball, still wanting to make the play, and Gibson, look how difficult it is for that man to be put down.
Yes, Steve Gibson's having an excellent season, making breaks, and his defence is very sound. That's a new man, Leota, coming through short. Perhaps take him some time to settle down with his new teammates, a new method of play. Slow getting up there. There's somebody injured, I think. A Whitehaven player injured in the tackle. And there's Kerry. Oh, and that's gone directly into touch. Yes, there's a Whitehaven player still down on the floor after that tackle. And the referee has stopped the clock. And from this commentary position, we hope that people will be able to see more clearly some patterns of play, and no doubt the coaches will be able to see any errors that they want to correct.
Perhaps just whilst there's a stoppage in play, we can just talk about Peter Tunks for a minute. Jim, he got off to a slow start. I had the pleasure of an interview with him. He seemed a nice man coming into his own, but now we'll have to look at the new man and see, an ex-New Zealand player himself, and we'll see how well he can perform. Looking forward to seeing his play enormously anyway, Jim.
Yes, he's played eight or nine times for New Zealand as a test player, and his advantage we have in the swap, I think, is that he's some 6 years younger than Peter Tunks. Oh, Peter Tunks really was one of those great prop forwards of rugby league. There's a run there by Billy Fisher. Whitehaven throwing the ball around now well, but the winger Richardson tackled there by Hadley. He's going to kick here. That will be Norman Turley, veteran, been around, and he's one thing he knows, it's how to kick a ball. And Gibson shows that he knows how to pass a ball, how to catch a ball that's been kicked up so high. Run here. Oh yes, it's a run here, and it's that Blease trying to get away there in the centre position. Oh, and a ball's been dropped. Oh, he's gone back, he said. Ah, well. And a kick here from Gibson. And taken by Lofthouse, who I've seen here before playing for Whitehaven A. He's a stalwart of Whitehaven. I've seen him quite a few times, mostly with the Whitehaven second team. One or two changes through injury for Whitehaven today. And there's the Tom Short. Still the score at 8-0. And that's a good kick. Will Gibson take it? That's right, the players, because those people watching the test match yesterday will have noticed it's a thing now in rugby league. If the ball's wobbling dangerously near the touchline, it is far better to let it go in, because you get head and ball, rather than fumble it and give the advantage to the other side. Now he's given... Thought he gave a sign for handing out there. Now wants the ball in again. And on what happened there, I think Kerry must have got the ball out and then fumbled it, and I think it may be Whitehaven's put in now. Yes, it's Whitehaven's ball now. Well, that was a bit of bad scrimmaging, and the Lofthouse did well there, coming in short from the full-back position. And that's another. He's given a free kick for obstruction there, saying the Salford player was pulling the Whitehaven player back.
And Whitehaven showing that they're not going to be any pushovers. They're well drilled. They're moving the ball very lively and keenly along the line. They're drawing the Salford men in, and they are starting to create one or two half chances.
Yes, now an attack here from that free kick. Salford having to defend. And yes. Taking it to the short side here, and back switch, but well read by Salford, a good tackle there. Kick over, and Gibson takes again very well and runs it back at them. Nice clearing run there again by Gibson. Now Salford driving the ball out. Eventually, I think they're going to move it. There's Leota. And there's Blease coming through the middle. Kerry to kick. That's a better kick than the last one. Fullback had to turn and run for it. Now he's tackled by Hadley and Gilfillan together in that tackle. Running across field there rather than forward, the scrum half Pugsley. The wipeout, says the referee, 6 more tackles. Some of the crowd don't think he's correct, but it's Salford's ball now. Careless. Nice given a knock on.
Well, Blease was very unlucky then. He twice harassed the Whitehaven man into making a mistake, and on the second occasion almost recovered the ball, having been alert enough to dive forward and take it, but just unfortunately knocked it on. So it's Whitehaven's put-in.
Yes, and Whitehaven have the ball out, and it's to there. That's Shane Horrow, number 3. Yes, I think Salford may have scored from that if I did just nudge the ball forward as he fell on it. That's Thomas Short again. Whitehaven prop. It's now going to go to McFarlane. No, it's going across to the... Oh, and that's a well taken ball there, but Tex Evans takes the man down. Tony Solari. There's Billy Fisher driving in but taken down. It's the last tackle. Now Turley will kick, and that's what he's good at. Played for Blackpool many years ago and for Oldham. Oh, that's a nice pass out by Gibson, and here is Burkitt. Yes, eventually overhauled. Come on, the ball is going across the line now. Oh, and it's taken well there. And here's Hadley. Well, it's Burgess coming into the line well there. Nice bit of enterprising play by Salford. Good football. Yes. This fell did well to hold that because they were coming in spotting. Nice. There's Camro, standoff, running. No, he's giving it to the fullback. Good run, but well tackled there by Andy Burgess. There's Turley feeding the centre, Routledge. And they've made some ground from that own 22 metre, almost to halfway. Nice little turnaround there. Fisher taken down. That's a scrum half. Pugsley. Coming up to the last of this series of tackles, and Turley will kick again. And Gibson anticipated quite correctly just exactly where that ball was going. Drives it back into them. Salford play down here in their territory, fastening his shoes. Yeah, it's Andy Burgess. But there's Tex Evans, played the ball to himself. And they're claiming that he was pulled back by a man in an offside position. There's Leota driving in. Kerry, Burgess. Oh, Gibson on the loop. Oh, that's beautiful run there by Gilfillan. Yes, nice bit of play there. It's the last tackle. You'll see the ball hoisted here. Yes. Oh, and it's a high one. Yes, well taken by Solari. And there, Ian Sherratt takes him down well. This number 4 is at Routledge.
Yeah, that's a good period of play from Salford. They attacked well. That lovely run-around move involving Gibson and Gilfillan going strongly. But then when the kick came, there was actually no Salford players chasing ahead to put the Whitehaven man under any sort of pressure. But the left winger Solari did take that ball extremely well. And we all saw at the International yesterday how difficult it is to catch a rugby league ball when it drops almost out of the snow from the sky. Even Hampson missed one yesterday. But that was good play, and that was also good play from Whitehaven. And sharp cover from Salford. Burkitt did well to smother the first tackle, and Evans was up, doubling on the effort. Here's the kick.
Yes, and I think on those kicks, though, if the kicker doesn't run forward, his teammates have to stay off 10 metres. It's no good encroaching, because otherwise they'll be given offside. The kicker really must come up with them. Burgess coming through nicely. Boney's played the ball to himself. There's carelessness there by Whitehaven. No marker at the play the ball. Making yards there. Oh, and that ball went to grief and was collected by Whitehaven. Willie Fisher. And that's Willie Richardson.
Good play from Hadley in that previous Salford attack on 2 occasions, looking for the gap and then quick thinking enough to play the ball to himself, but just a little bit of sloppy passing from Salford, letting Whitehaven in. And Whitehaven showing that they're not going to be a pushover. They were sharp to the ball, and even now they're throwing the ball around very crisply and cleanly and trying to make a break and playing it safely like this. You never know, it will come for them.
Yes, it's 20 minutes gone and it's 8-0. Oh, and that's gone directly into touch. Kerry to feed. Salford's ball comes out. Burgess bringing it out of the pack. And Kerry making a dummy run down the blind side. It's a nice pull. Come on, they come for the ball. Yes, they got the ball away. But they're a bit static with it. Now they're moving. That's well done. Oh, well done there. And Tex Evans is kicked for some reason. It should be Salford's ball, this. And Kerry is going dead.
Oh, that was exciting play. Salford has so much possession then, and we're passing it around between each other. They're all actually passing the ball standing still for a long time before they put some sparkle into the attack. And the kick across from Evans had Kerry keeping his eye on the ball and just couldn't quite control it well enough. But from a little bit of standing still stationary rugby, Salford came to life and almost scored another try. And I think we've got to recognise that this Whitehaven team, they've got their opportunities. They're not going to be pushovers. They're going to be try scorers as well, given half a chance. And Salford really are going to need to take the chances this first half and the whole of this game. 8 points to 0 up is a comfortable cushion after 22 minutes. But even so, we want to see more points on the board. And when we're thinking of next week's game against Oldham, look at that.
And that's oh yes, he kicked the ball and was just as it was being tackled. Now, for some reason, he's given a knock on. It looked to me as if the Salford player was running towards his own line when he knocked that ball on. But that was a nice break by Camrew, the standoff. And that ball's gone behind the player rather than to him. Oh, referee said he wasn't tackled, but that's Salford's ball, yes. Bit of careless play there by Whitehaven. Who's that coming through now? Is it Burgess again? Leota passes to get the ball out, third in the tackle. Yes. Salford throwing it about now. Should keep going there. Oh yes! And that's Gilfillan, he's going to score. Yes. Yes, that was a good play of rugby. They switched the ball. A bit of careless play over on the right, but very quickly switched to the left. And a nice run to finish off by Gilfillan.
Yes, you said it all there, Jim. That was Salford coming to life and showing us that they can score the tries when they want them. That was first-class rugby. They played that at speed. The handling was crisp. They kept the play alive for so many passes, and it would be nice to see that one right from the start of that movement, so we can just count how many passes were involved. And in the end, it was Gilfillan just with the leg over at the corner. The referee seemed a little bit reluctant to give the try, and I thought that perhaps he might have thought he'd gone over in 2 movements, because again, full credit to the Whitehaven fullback Lofthouse. He tackled Gilfillan, but it was Gilfillan's momentum that kept him going and was enabled him to score right in the corner. Great try from Salford, excellent try. And how is Kerry with a very difficult kick from the touchline almost. But it looks almost unlucky, just short under the post.
Right, and Whitehaven to restart. Cameron kicks. And Burkitt gathers. Kerry gathers rather. Play the ball. It's Leota battling away through there. Then some applause from the crowd. Some encouragement. Being a new player here. I can't get that ball out. Trying to. Hands held. Oh, and another break here by Salford. It's David Fell. Oh, yes, I think the ball should have gone there, but still Salford driving in, playing good football here to make ground. It's good. And Kerry kicks, another high up and under. Oh, well taken by Lofthouse. And he gives it back, but Kerry does well, following up the kick. That's the way to kick and follow up, put all your teammates on side. His outlets trying to get away. But they're still in their own 22-metre area. And Salford tackling well there, Sherratt. Had to whip the ball away quicker than that from a play the ball as Billy Fisher driving up to the 22-metre line. Is that 3 tackles or 4 now? Phil McFarlane just gets the ball out in the tackle. It goes over to Horrow, who does a good run. He was put into a gap by the pass, and Turley will kick again, but Salford have anticipated that one too. Out to Gibson. Oh, they've pinched the ball there, stolen the ball in the tackle. I think Gibson was trying to get it out. But Whitehaven finding it difficult to break through this Salford defence. There's McFarlane again, diving in, second row forward. There is Billy Fisher, his partner in the second row. And there's another kick there, but Tex Evans takes that comfortably, and he's given it to Gibson to run. Caught the ball and immediately transferred it. That's the way. And that's come to grief. The Ota dropping that pass down, and Whitehaven regain possession. And there's the fullback, Lofthouse. A very good run by this fullback. And Whitehaven trying to drive it over to the line now. Salford having to defend. Now the referee can, I don't know, you see, if you charge the ball down, yes, he's given it as a knock-on. It's a charge down ball, but he's given it was played, and it's a scrum with their head and ball.
Yeah, well, that was good play from Whitehaven, wasn't it? I mean, we really saw from Whitehaven then what a good team they are, and it was a magnificent play from Lofthouse, and but for another yard of speed, then he would have been over for a certain try. But again, great credit to Salford. They weren't standing still, they didn't watch him, they were covering back, and it was that cover that stopped him to scoring the try. And all credit to Salford for that sort of defence. But it ought to demonstrate that it's not an easy game, and that they want to keep up this good record of having such the best defence in not just the second division but the whole of the rugby league. And for that to continue, then they've got to be on the toes the whole of the game. And let's hope that they can take some of the chances that they're starting to create as well at this end.
Yes, and I think we're getting near the stage where I think the light should be coming on. Might not look it on the video, but it's beginning to get a bit murky. Oh, beautifully taken by Gil Fillan. Oh, ankle tapped down. It was a very awkward, difficult pass to take. Salford swinging the ball along. Oh, he gave it him. He gave it him as the man was tackling him. I often wonder if it isn't better in those circumstances to give a little dummy. That's a nice little kick, making him shout it. He did well to recover that, but Tex Evans has lost the ball. I've lost the ball. And it's given no try, so over on his back, he says.
Well, what a tremendous exciting period of play that was. That was a kick through, and that was Evans not letting the full-back go. Lofthouse did well again to get hold of the ball, but when he tried to get the pass out, it was Evans who got in the way and caused just enough trouble for Burkitt to get the ball. And then there was Burkitt. He's got a very deceptive side step as Burkitt, and he was almost over the line. But again, full credit to the Whitehaven defence, because they stopped him putting the ball down cleanly. And that's one of those chances that we were talking about, actually gone wasting, because that should have been another try for Salford. Whitehaven did all the right things, threw it away, give Salford the chance, and Salford were able to capitalise on it. And the referee deciding that they're all offside, and I think he picked out Ian Blease that time. And I suppose that frustrates the crowd, but it's absolutely right, and it's no different from the decision that he gave at the start of the game when he penalised Whitehaven for being offside from their kick out under the post. So it's Whitehaven who've gone from their own line to 10 yards inside the Salford half.
Yes, I think the frustration of the crowd is that it's three decisions, one after the other, which has been the wrong end. He's played favour on, and I'm sure that previously he gave the same decision with a Salford player, that it was a knock-on. He's now indicating that it hit the man's foot and wasn't played by the hand. Yes, McFarlane driving through. It's quietened down after that bit of excitement. Yes. Whitehaven battling away here, but not really breaking the Salford defence. So is that Turley going through? That's the last tackle. And a kick up, another high kick. And it's Gibson again. Oh, and Salford playing well out there. That was a good, and they've lost the ball in the tackle. And it's a good move here by Horo. No, his players ran away from him rather than coming to support him. And that's a knock-on. Well, they look as if they can do things at times, but it's carelessness, Steve, that's letting Whitehaven down. And that move, Horo made a good run, but his players didn't seem to run properly for him. When he threw round for somebody, he was smothered and his pass inside was dropped. Yes,
that's right, Jim. So Whitehaven's loss and Salford's benefit, and Kerry's coming away with the ball. And what a good take it was from Gibson before. The ball was going from so high in the sky, and he got under it very cleanly. And the referee deciding that the Whitehaven man was offside there. And just a little bit of careless play from Salford on a couple of occasions. Burkitt then losing the ball. Gibson had lost it in a previous series of plays. And that's just a reminder to them to hang on to the ball in the tackle. So they have the opportunity to clear the lines. We've got just about 5 minutes to half-time. And it would be nice to see another try before half-time.
Yes, because people again were expecting a much bigger score than this, but there's another 46 minutes to go of this match. Oh, that was a bit high, yes, but not vicious, but high. Man coming short. Oh, here's Gibbo. Oh, a beautiful run by Gibson there. Now the man's mauling him there on the ground, Horo, and after the tackle too, referee. Burgess trying to get the ball through to Blease, but unable to pass it. Get up, lad, you can still run with it, and that's a good move by Kerry. Hadley trying to... It's a turnover. And the lights have come on for us, Steve.
Yes, lights onto a good period of play from Salford, where they were passing the ball crisply, but Whitehaven showing that they're not going to be the pushovers. Well, we've seen that already. But Whitehaven sticking to their task and defending and tackling as well as they were doing at the start. And Salford know that they're going to have to increase the tempo of the passes and have a little bit of guile if they're going to make some more openings to score tries.
Early again with a kick. This time it seems to be more successful. It's not been anticipated. Right, and now it's Salford's put in. Out. Oh, Fell making the run. No, it's Gibson. Gibson taking this ball from the scrum half. He's caught them offside, yes, a whole gang of them over there offside. And of course you have to say that these teams now playing Salford have to try it on to cut down Salford's passing play, and they do try to encroach a little bit. On that occasion, the referee on the spot. Oh! The ball hit the referee. That's Tex Evans driving in. And here's Leota. Quick play the ball. Kerry. Sherratt. Kerry. Oh, Blease. And that ball, I think, was going forward anyway, so it's Whitehaven's ball. And there's Billy Fisher taken down. Now going to McFarlane. Shane Horo. Tried to go through the middle, but the gap was closed. Here's McFarlane again. Mounsey, well covered there. And I think that ball went forward before it went moving. Oh, and Hadley did well there, scooping that ball up and giving it to Gibson, who's coming down the middle of the field now. Another great run, storming run by Gibson. And there's Leota trying to get through there, did a nice strong run there. Please. Gilfillan. Well, he didn't make much play there. And it's another high kick testing this fullback. He's equal to it again.
Yes, perhaps we saw in that period of play, we saw the best of Salford, and then we saw something that didn't quite live up to what we expected. It started when Hadley looked as though he was going to be slow to get him back to cover, but in the end spurted on and put back a lovely pass to Gibson, who made his almost mandatory 30 yards these days. That man is so good when he's got the ball, so difficult to tackle. And yet it all finished with a period of play where Salford just seemed to be trying a little bit too much on, made it too complicated for themselves and got in each other's way. But look at this play from Whitehaven, and there's the overlap.
Yes, a lot of passing, good into passing, but Salford's defence equal to it. And that's a good tackle on McFarlane by Evans. Oh yes, taken well by Kerry. And he's coming through a little, yes, he's a good half break there by Kerry. Playing that sweeper roll, offside again. I think the Hooters likely to go any moment, but they'll have to complete this free kick. Let's see if they can get it right down to this corner. It was Blease kicking that, taking that free kick. Fair enough, there's not much time left in this half. Maybe the next time the ball's dead it will be a hooter, will it? Whitehaven player injured there. Sherratt coming through well. Oh, and Sherratt's broken well. And Sherratt's going under the sticks. That's the kind of play that we expect from this powerhouse of a prop forward. That was a brilliant try for a prop forward, Steve.
Yeah, it certainly was. Salford's celebration at the moment. A Whitehaven player's going off. He looks quite badly injured. They're quite worried about him. But great credit to Sherratt for that try with nothing else on. I was just thinking that all the Salford team were actually bunched in the middle of the field, and Sherratt got his head down, barged his way over, kept going, and when he had the full-back, he actually had a nice little sidestep to beat the full-back and went over under the post button from a long way out. And for a forward, that is really a tremendous play, a tremendous try, coming just when it did on the stroke of half-time. And it's Kerry with the kick under the posts, making no mistakes. So that's 18 points to 0.
And there's a hooter for the half-time with Salford winning, leading by 18 points to 0. David fell, beautiful. Oh, beautiful try there from Burgess. What a beautiful break. David fell, really, has been the man of this half, certainly. And Gibson breaks through for a beautiful try. That's a beautiful try from Salford. Oh, and there's Hadley. Yes, Hadley scored a brilliant, what a brilliant try. And that sealed this match. Well, Steve, what's your thoughts for this second half? The teams have just entered the field again. 18-0. Do you think we'll see Salford really open out in this half and maybe Whitehaven wilt a little?
Yes, I think so, Jim. I think there were two things happened right at the end of that first half. One was that excellent try, solo effort from Sherratt, pacing over from so far out. That was the plus point from Salford's point of view. And I think the other situation was from the Whitehaven point of view, that we saw Fisher taken off something in a hurry and must have had a serious injury, and he's been replaced in this second half. Now Fisher, we've noticed as quite a prominent Whitehaven forward, so they'll miss Fisher. Salford, well, I would imagine that they should be able to take the game up a gear and hopefully score 3 more tries. It's 3 tries and 3 goals in the first half, and we hope it'll be the same in the second at least.
Yes, and from the kick-off, Whitehaven caught in their own 22-metre area, battling away out of it now. Gibson standing well back, no doubt recognising the excellent kicking ability of Norman Turley, the player coach for Whitehaven. Expect a kick soon. Here now. Oh, and it's taken well by Tex Evans. He's catching of balls this season. Kick to him like that has vastly improved on, and it was a couple of seasons ago when he had a tendency to fumble, drop them, and now Salford throwing the ball about, running in it. Salford lying well back here for the passing move. Smothered out there in the centre, but they're still there on the left with the ball. Hell shouts the referee. And fans complaining that they're lying on in the tackle. Oh, beautiful football there. Beautiful football there. Started off by Gibson and finished by him, but the passing there and the way, but particularly some 2 or 3 awkward passes were taken, Steve. That was good handling.
Oh yeah, that was magnificent. Right along the line. Please, the first one to make the decisive break, man in support, went along the line to Gibson, and having drawn the men into the tackles, then it was Gibson who had the clear run over. Oh, that was excellent play, a great team try. Now let's hope that they can keep that going and we can start to pile a few points on. Great try from Salford. Deserved applause for Gibson. And Kerry has taken his time with this goal kick. And it just...
Okay, Wes, 22-0 at the start of the second half. There is Martin Burkett gathering that ball and running at the defenders. Andy Burgess driving in. Sherratt there again, doing his work as a prop. Burgess, oh, lovely loop there. There's Evans. Kerry right in through. If we get this ball out over this line, along this line, there'll be some reward, I think. Oops. Juggling with the ball and it's been dropped. Yes, the short passing inside very often is the element there that the players come into grief.
Yes, but look at this, oh, great interception by Burkett. Oh, and look at that back pass, isn't he? Yeah, it was a shame because had he held that pass, then there was probably a clear run through and another try scoring possibilities. If you don't try these things, they don't come off, but there are times and places to try them, and probably in Salford's position in this game, 22 points to 0 up, and as long as they're not too near their own line, then there should be opportunities to try the moves that they no doubt worked on in training. And here's Newboy driving forward, taking 2 men to put him down, and Lee at acting half-back.
Through there, yes, they're through there. Oh yes, nice switch pass there by Burkett to Evans. Good bit of play, but tackled well eventually, snuffed out by Whitehaven. Oh, a little kick over, and he's caught it. No, he caught it and bounced it, I think. He caught it on the second attempt, so it's a knock-on.
Well, that was good play from Kerry. He looked along the line first of all and saw that all the Whitehaven men were up, and he probably thought about that pass that he threw out at Runcorn last week that was intercepted, and decided to go on his own. And you could see that he decided to go on his own, and he was very determined to go forward. His kick was just to perfection, and he was just unlucky that he couldn't take it on that occasion, because from kicks through earlier on in the season, we've actually seen Kerry, if not scoring the tries like he did against Trafford Borough, making them as he has done for David Fell against Workington. Here we go again.
Yes, and that play snuffed out by Salford. Good passing, but no progress made really, because Salford read it all the way. And that's another mistake by Whitehaven. Referees ruling that the ball went backwards, which it quite clearly appeared to do. And there's the fullback. Norman Lofthouse, not Nat. Oh, and there's a good run. And this is Hayne Horrow, and they should score here, Whitehaven. Oh, they've lost that ball there. Oh, they've lost the try. They've lost the try there. Brilliant run through there, and at the end of the day, the careless hands had let them down again. It was a try all the way.
Oh, what a magnificent play that was from Whitehaven, and the break, which was it Shane Horrow? Shane Horrow, brother of Mark, who was with us a couple of seasons ago. Oh, and that was a nice pass out. And look at Burkett selling a dummy. Oh, nobody running on. But that was excellent play from Whitehaven. There's too much happening. Look, here's Gibson's. That wasn't Gibson, that was Sheridan, and then it was Evans. Great break from Horrow, and it was just a little bit of carelessness from Whitehaven that prevented them scoring a try, but full credit to the Salford players, because they were back stopping them scoring, and they were back tackling it in the end. Oh, look at that cheeky pass.
That was Bradshaw again, and that's Guildford. Beautiful run there. And it's carried on by Kerry. And as Kerry got it back, and oh, if that's a try, that's a beautiful try. What a try. Steve, I couldn't even name the players involved in that, and finally, at that far end, the player who finally finished off that beautiful bit of rugby.
Well, I agree with you. There were so many players involved, it's just impossible to name them all. When there's so many players involved, then it's a team try. What a great team try that was. Tremendous play. It was Blease who caught the eye just before the end, but the final pass put the man over to score. Here's Kerry with the goal kick. Makes no mistake. And it was Fell who was there again, following up his forwards, going over to score the try. And however many times he's done that this year, that's the second time this game that he's done it. Brilliant play, brilliant try. Look forward to seeing that.
Right, yes. Oh, well, he'll have to drop that out. It was unfortunate. Did very well to try and pick that ball up off the floor. The referee spotted that he did actually fumble it along the floor, along the ground. Had he not tried, it would have gone dead, and he would have had exactly the same position, a drop out. Now gives Whitehaven the chance to come into Salford territory on attack. Certainly, as you remarked before, this fella Horrow is a very classy player. Referees penalised Salford there for snatching the ball out. They move up, line well deep there to Whitehaven. That's the way to attack. A good line. But of course the thing is, can they break the Salford line? And that's proved very difficult for teams this season. Salford's points average before this match, 364 to 64. Oh, and that's again Gibson breaking through from that pass back, quick pass back from a loose ball that Salford have done on numerous occasions this afternoon. Oh, please, dummy. And he got the ball out. Peter Williams has come on. We didn't notice. There's no substitution been announced, but Leslie Otto battling his way through. The referee's allowing some nonsense there at the play of the ball. And there's Burgess, yes, trying to get the ball away. It looks as if Peter Williams is definitely on the wing. You don't know, have a look to see if there's been a change that has put Hadley in the pack. There's a kick, good kick, it's going to touch. Now then, let's see where we are here. Oh, they're just there with the ball, Gibson. Oh, I think there was a clash of Gibson's head on that poor Whitehaven player's shin there. I think they both suffered from that. Oh, that's a good driving straight run there by the new man Leota. Right, that's the way you want to see forwards running straight. Oh, nice Sheddock going through. Tremendous wrestling match there to get him down. And Salford now look at swinging that ball about well. That's the 5 and last. Scored at 28-0 after 50 minutes. Oh, well kicked and well chased. Yes. He's not fumbled the ball off house today. He's been sound, and I'm sure that that's not his position. He's a utility man. He's one of those stalwart players who play anywhere he's put. Salford caught offside there. And Whitehaven still with the problem of how to really decisively beat this Salford defence. That was a nice little run by, was that the number 15? Who is Mark Ryan. No way through there, running out of tackles here. And we see a kick up from Turley. No, yes. Kick along, and Williams will have to hurry. That's the way, yes. No sense in fumbling about with the ball, running away from you, and a player in pursuit. If you fumble it and he gets it, that's a try.
Yeah, this is Whitehaven still going forward, still looking for the try. Williams, it's his first appearance since his injury, taking his time with the clearance, but doing the right things in the end. And Whitehaven still on the attack.
Yes, and that move, promising move, snuffed out again. Oh, yes, and the man right jinking his way through there. Whitehaven buzzing now to sense that they might be able to get a score here. No, it's smothered out again. I think that's 3 tackles they've gone through. Oh, well taken there by Williams. And taken again by Williams. Yes, he ran in well to take that inside man first. And they're shouting at the referee that he's let 5 tackles go already. This is the 6th. I think maybe the crowd's right there. I think they've gone 7 tackles. And he's given a try. Yes, it was worth a try.
That was a great play from Whitehaven. They did all the right things. They played out the full tackles, and in the end it was Pugsley who followed through the kick, and he was there more quickly than the Salford defenders were able to turn and fall on the ball. Great tie from Whitehaven.
Right, now Salford to kick up after that, and it brings the score to 28-6. And about 20 minutes to go. Rather more, perhaps. I'm sure Salford will want to erase that indignity of having the average score against them this season is around 6 points. They'll not want their line to fall any more today. This man is making a good break. The crowd are mocking the referee there because he's held up his hand for the 5th tackle. Oh, Gibson steps round that man easily. And around another man, a beautiful run there by Gibson. Stepping inside players. Must be one of the best attacking fullbacks in the game at the moment. Oh, and they've broken through. Yes, it was almost completely covered, but the tackling was a bit weak at the end. Oh, and there's Kerry. And Kerry is going to go all the way under the stick. That man's a magnificent little runner under the sticks. Once that ball was given to Kerry, there was no danger. He can sidestep and jink in that position any time.
Yeah, what a magnificent try from Kerry. He's making a scrum half position his own now, and it's breaks like that put him deservedly in that position. When the pass came through to him, he had the last defender, he wasn't a full-back on that occasion, to take on, and he went up a gear, he went into overdrive, went round him and then raced right behind the sticks, and he of all people always wants the ball behind the sticks, so it means he can get the 2 points for the conversion as well.
Yes, a great applause there from the Salford crowd for Francis Leota being substituted. It's his first match. They're quite pleased with his performance, obviously, and I think he'll be pleased to be here. And there's Shane Hansen, the substitute, swiftly into the action. Both subs now on. That's the inner feature of Salford's play this season. His shouted held. He was clear from up here in this spot. We could hear the shout of held, and players were still wrestling, so he's penalised them. Yes, a good feature of Salford's play this season, or management, has been the way in which the substitutes have been used to the full. Not as some coaches have, that a substitute only comes on if somebody's injured. Not necessarily. You can rest players and you can nurse players, and you can also introduce a different pattern of play at times by bringing on substitutes at the right time. And there it is again, Hansen. Look how deep Salford line out here. Oh, drop the ball. And Whitehaven trying to get away from their danger zone area. And well taken there. I thought that ball had gone to ground, but he took it well. And he's still running, but a good run there. That must be the winger Solari. No, that won't get much far. That won't get very far. Kick through. Oh, well taken there. And passed. And Evans. And Evans still going. And going past the ball, and it's kicked, and I think he was taken down, was he? The referee giving a free kick. The referee has given a scrum. The crowd are appealing loudly that the Salford player was taken down.
Well, exciting play there from both teams. First of all, it was Whitehaven on their left wing, with Soler making an excellent break, having a difficult ball to take, racing a lot of yards. The Salford cover were lucky to get it back, but they did. And then Salford's turn, and they were looking really sharp. And Evans first went through from a nice pass from Burkitt, and then it was Gibson following up with his kick on. And I thought from looking here, it was as though he'd been pulled down after he kicked the ball, but the referee decided he wasn't and gave the scrum for the touch. So we've still got 15 minutes to play, and it's still a good game of rugby league. There's still both teams doing their best to score tries and keeping the ball alive, and it's looking good.
Yes. For a moment there, we had three commentators, Steve. The announcer at the other end of the field had his microphone on and was telling us what was happening. Nice little, lovely, nice kick through there, but taken again by Salford, very alert there. He'll fill in, yes. Oh, and they've stolen a ball, but he's given a free kick because he says the man was on the floor, tackled, ball taken afterwards. So Salford's free kick, taken by Kerry. Salford driving forward here, now it's going to Hansen. Oh, I think he was taken a bit high. The referee's saying on the chest, but and we've not only got a commentator at the other end, we've got a coach, it appears. We've lost that ball in that play. And Whitehaven again finding it difficult to make progress against this tight Salford defence. It's the last tackle. Right across to the winger who's kicked the ball, and it's recovered again by Salford. No.
Don't say it, Jim. That was probably the right decision on that occasion for penalising Evans, but what was the wrong decision? Not to penalise the Whitehaven player for doing exactly the same to Gibson a few minutes ago. So we got a little break in play, another Whitehaven player injured, and a change on the Whitehaven team. They're just deciding who's going off. But it's Ryan coming on. No, they're a good team, Whitehaven. They're a good second division team. You can understand why they've won 6 of the games this season. They've certainly been creating 1 or 2 problems for Salford in the last few minutes, and certainly deserve the try that they've had.
Yes, I think there's a good break there. But he's looking for... Oh, and Williams has slipped there, trying to cover there. But and that's Salford's ball from that play. Again, let down, a promising move let down by losing the ball. Now, come on, referee, let's have the ball played. Now then, there's Hansen driving in well.
Well, that period of play from Whitehaven demonstrated just what we were saying about what a good team they were. And you really wonder why they didn't score the try, because the Salford defence was playing it very cagey. They were watching them, they were waiting for them to complete their attack. Gilfillan was neatly sidestepped by Zopping numbers, and in the end it was the Salford cover that was just too good, that were back in numbers and stifled that attack. And there's Sherritt on a run. What a great driving run that is from Sherritt.
So that free kick came because the referee said that the Whitehaven players were shouting, maybe illegally shouting for the ball or something that they did, because they certainly weren't offside. Please, running through there. Oh, in attempting to make sure he wasn't tackled into touch, he pushed the ball inside into the arms of a Whitehaven player, and now it is in touch, and the referee has given a free kick for dragging him into touch, but the crowd don't like that one either. Well, he's certainly making his presence felt, and the crowd are responding in their usual manner.
Well, we want Salford to forget the score. We want them to recognise that there's still 10 minutes to play. They've got to up their tempo, they've got to keep on the toes, because Whitehaven are showing them that Whitehaven know that there's still a game on. Whitehaven are playing right through to the end and contributing significantly in this particular stage of the game, throwing the ball out wide like that, and not making a break on that occasion, but they have done previously. So Salford still got to work hard. The tries don't just come, you've got to work at them, because that's what rugby league's all about. As soon as you stop working, you don't even create the opportunities.
Your man Loftus again showing his versatility. He's not playing at full-back now. I wasn't then. No, I think they've switched his position. And Tex Evans read that one well and took the man back, actually. Salford play being attended to here.
And the Salford Man of the Match Award, chosen by our sponsors, Cannon, goes to number 8, Ian Sherritt. Number 8, Ian Sherritt wins the Salford Man of the Match Award, chosen by Cannon, our match sponsor.
You'll have heard that announcement. Sherritt, man of the match. Well deserved. And here's Arthur Bradshaw on one of his runs again. Played the ball. Quick play the ball. Oh, and through there, yes, beautiful again. There's Evans. Oh! He scored a peculiar try, Steve.
Well, we'll certainly need to see the video, I think, the replay, to see what exactly happened in them, because that was an excellent break down the right, and the pass went to Evans just at the right time. He took his man on, and the pass back inside looked as though it'd been intercepted by the Whitehaven player, but in the end it was Salford who got it back, and Burkitt, we think it was Burkitt who went over to score the try. So every try's a great try, and that certainly deserved a try for the support play down the right hand side of the field.
Yes, and Salford fumble that kick-off. A fumble by Shane Hansen, is it? Yeah. And again a Salford cover equal to that task. The ball won at the scrum and passed along the line. 38 points to 6. The crowd are counting each tackle now for the benefit of referee Morris. They're still of their opinion concerning that try they scored. The ball was knocked forward. I think he'll have to give that head and feet to Salford because the first offence was the Whitehaven knock-on. Yes, he has done. Oh, well done. Come on, nobody on the inside there. Yes, Williams has gone into the centre and Gilfillan has taken the wing position. Williams returning after a long layoff for an injured knee, sustained in the match against Doncaster. That was a drop ball by Shez. Yes, it looks as if Leote has come back on. Lofthouse, very good. Switch back, but spotted by Salford. Yes, it looks as if Sherratt's gone off and Leoto's come back on. There's a kick here. That's right, let it go. There's 5 or 6 minutes left in this match. Salford at the moment are maintaining their average scoring record for each of the 11 games they've played, which is about 36-37-6. Oh, that was a well-planned move, and he's given offside there against Salford. Well-planned move that came to grief. Oh, yes, transfers the ball as he switches. That will be Salford's ball again. That passing back again with one hand, and there's Kerry. Somebody hurt there in that. This is Steve Gibson, yes. Oh, Bradshaw battling away there well. Gibson looks in the wars. There's Leota going through there. He's that was a good driving run by the new boy. Great strength there. Oh, beautiful play then. With Blease playing the final part and Evans kicking up. Is he going to win the race? No, the other man's going to get there first and kick it dead. That was a good little pass by Blease there to put Evans away.
Yeah, and it was great play from the whole team there. Off the ball, there was actually Gilfillan who run from one side of the field to the other to be up with the play if he was needed, but on that occasion he wasn't. The Salford passing was very crisp and concise as it went across the field, and given the 3 Whitehaven defenders in front of him, Evans kicked ahead and panicked the Whitehaven defender into kicking clear, which is the right thing. It's still Salford on the attack.
That's Shane Hansen who collected that dropout and drove into the 22-metre line. There's Leota. Can Salford make something of this now? They've made ground in both those drives. The ball lost there. I don't know what's happened there.
I think what happened was Bradshaw was driving through and he threw the ball out to try and find a pass to his colleagues. There was nobody there, but in the scrimmage that took play, the ball bounced around a bit and the Salford player actually put the ball down behind the line, but from an offside position, so it's a penalty to Whitehaven from underneath their own posts, and they made a good touch just outside their 25.
Just playing out time. The question is whether there'll be another score in this Salford's 11th consecutive victory in the second division. interest in the match at Lee this afternoon. Lee and Swinton, two contenders for, along with Salford, for promotion. Somebody's going to be disappointed there today. Ball still with Whitehaven. Kick. Let it go. Yes, Norman Turley is a very experienced player and a good kicker of the ball.
Yes, there was a very interesting article about Norman in the Evening News a few weeks ago, saying what a rugby league man he is through and through, the sort that really makes rugby league the game what he is. Not interested for the money, it's the love of the game.
Ball flung out by Kerry to foul from that scrum. There's Gibson again, and Evans. And a beautiful run, Burgess. Oh, Burgess going still. Beautiful break by Burgess. A good play there. Free kick is some trouble there at the play of the ball.
Great play from Salford. That was absolutely brilliant, doing all the right things, having many support and driving forward, finding the gaps, and when there wasn't one, creating one for yourself. That was brilliant play. And in the end, it was Kerry who was finally tackled and the move coming to an end. But again, credit to Whitehaven, they were back defending and stopping Salford from going forward and doing what they looked as though they might otherwise have done, which was score a try. Well, from the penalty in the last minute of the game, it's Kerry who's deciding that perhaps they ought to have a breather now. 2 more points will make it 40, and the referees put the penalty 10 years nearer because the Whitehaven players are talking, so that should make the 2 points a certainty, we hope.
Yes, and I think maybe the captain, Blease, has considered that there may not be enough time for a series of plays. We're coming right to the end of the match, and if they kick for touch and had a tackle, he may only bring the hooter, so why not have a rest and try to get 2 extra points bonus. There it is, 40 points to 8. And did the hooter go there? It was a crowd hooter, it wasn't. It's gone now. I think if that hooter does bring an end to the game, and fans stream on, especially the younger ones.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
At the end of a very good game
Sheriff wins the
for
today's
Salford.
Match Award.
A very good win in this second division.
And once again, tickets are available.
If they're lucky enough, if they're fortunate enough to gain promotion this season, and it won't be luck, it won't be good fortune, it will be because of all the hard work that's going into the team's performances so far this year. Well played, Salford, another great result. Salford 40, Whitehaven 6.
Oh, yes! David fell, beautiful!